Yes, guys, welcome back to our dedicated transfer show on the Kop TV on the radar. This video today is brought to you by our very good friends at FanFest. As you know by now, because we've been working with them for some months, FanFest is the loyalty fan platform that unifies fan communities from around the world. All I'm doing today is encouraging you guys to sign up to FanFest and start getting engaging on the content, because the more content you engage with, the more points you get further up the leaderboard, and then you're going to be in with the chance to win a 25-26 kit of your choice at the end of this month. So like I said, push yourselves up the leaderboard with the content, start engaging with it, and like I said, the more points you earn, you go up the leaderboard. One of our Kop TV very own, Greg, is a big user on the platform, and he's actually won a few bits and bobs on there. So make sure that you are joining in with FanFest, which rewards fans at every touch point, whether they're placing a prediction for an upcoming game or tuning into a live podcast created by one of our creators here. As we know, sign up, get involved with the content, and you could win a Liverpool shirt. I'm assuming that you at home right now watching the Kop TV are a Liverpool fan. So this is a great way to get that brand new Adidas Liverpool shirt that is coming out on August the 1st. The more content you engage with, and it's very simple. I've been on the platform. It's super easy to engage. It's a little bit like a social media platform, but just for football fans. The more you engage with, the better chance you've got of getting up that leaderboard and winning that 25-26 official kit of your choice. And if you don't want a Liverpool kit, then there are other kits as well if you've got some other, friends or family that support other teams. Sadly. But listen, engage with the content, get involved with FanFest. We've got the link and the description there ready for you to go. Get involved and win some merchandise from your favorite team. Right, 3 names that I'm talking to you about today: Bradley Barcola, Darwin Nunez, and Hugo Ekitike. Let's start off with Bradley Barcola. There was a rumor that went around yesterday that's kind of almost been squashed a little bit today. But it does say, according to Goal, that Liverpool are reportedly monitoring the PSG player, and they're targeting a mammoth Bradley Barcola bid after Florian Wirtz's move, as the Premier League champions risk taking summer transfer spending past the £300 million mark. Now, when it comes to Bradley Barcola, he could be prized away from the Champions League winners with a big bid. I mean, they're talking around about the £100 million price tag. But he's actually currently behind the likes of Ousmane Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and Desiree Doué in their attacking pecking order. So, I mean, if you were him, would you leave and try and nail down a starting position somewhere in Europe? Or would you stay with the current European champions, by the way, and try and force your way into that team? He did come on in the Champions League final, as we remember, had a very good impact in the game. But if he was to come in, how would that affect Liverpool tactically? He can play off the left, as we know, but Luis Diaz is there, Cody Gakpo is there, even Diogo Jota can play on the left, as we've seen in the past. So how much weight are you putting behind this rumour? Bradley Barcola, are you interested in the French international? He's also wanted allegedly by Bayern Munich, but that £100 million price tag is going to scare off and send a lot of people packing because they don't have that money. But with what he's worth at the minute, I mean, you'd have to say he's around about that price tag, even though he isn't one of the starters for PSG. But Liverpool fans, how would you feel about Bradley Barcola coming to Liverpool for £100 million, by the way? That's not even euros, that's pounds as well. So let's see about that one. I can't see it personally happening. We know that Liverpool intend to spend big on another attacker this summer. And allegedly, according to Goal, they were prepared to battle Bayern Munich for the £100 million rated winger. But apparently Reds haven't given up all hope on Alexander Isak either. So we will see, won't we? We will see about this one because he's no longer part of PSG's first choice front three. But if I was him, I'd stay at PSG. You're the current European champions. Get yourself in that team. And apparently it was talked about, but then quickly Liverpool moved on when they found out the price tag. But that one could still rear its head again in the transfer window. So do let me know in the comments right now. Bradley Barcola to Liverpool, yes or no? 100 million seems very expensive. I personally can't see it happening, but if he's on the market at that price, someone will probably go and take him. So let us know how you rate the kid, and let us know if you think that one is realistic whatsoever for Liverpool, as has been reported today by Goal. Let us know in the chat. We've also heard from Kasse Jouet, who is a French journalist, this morning, that Bradley Barcola will not leave PSG this summer. Despite interest from Bayern Munich and Liverpool, there is no desire to leave. We'll see about that. Darwin Nunez as well. We know this fella, after 3 years of service at Liverpool, is going to leave in the summer. Don't forget that Liverpool turned down that 70 million euro bid in January from Al Nassr. 59 million pounds that ended up as, and Liverpool, if they are going to sell Darwin Nunez, which is widely known as they will, then they're going to want at least 60 million for him, considering the bid in January was 60 mil there or thereabouts. FSG CEO of football Michael Edwards and sporting director Richard Hughes decided not to sell Nunez mid-season, believing the Uruguay international would be better served helping Liverpool win the Premier League. But as we know, Liverpool did pay a club record of £85 million for Nunez when he joined from Benfica in 2022. It seems like a long time ago now, that. And they're going to be looking to recoup a large portion of this figure. And that is a priority this summer, especially with Liverpool looking to add another striker in this window. 49 starts. Nunez has scored 25 goals and 13 assists. That's essentially a goal every 2 games and an assist in every 4. But that obviously is the stats and the figures. It's not the eye test, though, is it? Only 49 starts in 3 years is pretty poor as well. 5 goals in 30 matches this season as well in the Premier League. But Nunez has not closed the door on a move to the Saudi Pro League, with Al Hilal and Al Nassr again having their hats in the ring for the Uruguayan striker. How much do you think Darwin Nunez is worth? I would say in the current market, it's 60 to 65 million pounds. And if Liverpool get that, we'll be laughing all the way to the bank, to be honest with you. But the other team that we're hearing who have made contact with Liverpool over the Darwin Nunez transfer is Napoli. They're reportedly targeting Liverpool striker Darwin Nunez for a summer move. They're eyeing a potential double raid onto Liverpool for Federico Chiesa and Darwin Nunez for 97 million in total. The Serie A champions are looking for 2 wingers ahead of next season and have eyes on Dan Ndoi from Bologna and Mattia Zarganski from Lazio, in addition to both Chiesa and Nunez. So we know that a lot of teams will be up for it. They'll be up for buying Darwin Nunez, but it's all about that price tag. How much can Liverpool sell him for, and how much would teams actually be willing to pay for the number 9, who in 143 appearances for Liverpool has scored 40 goals, which actually, if you look at the big chances that he's missed across the years, Darwin Nunez should have about 70 goals in 143 appearances for Liverpool, in my opinion. There was also a cheeky little rumour today for Real Betis looking at Federico Chiesa. Obviously, Anthony has now gone back to Manchester United. He'll most likely now go to Bayer Leverkusen. So is there an opportunity for Real Betis to sneak in and get Federico Chiesa as well? But when it comes to Napoli, we know that Romelu Lukaku, is the champion, really, centre forward in Conte's side. But Nunez would offer strong competition for Lukaku, obviously a lot younger than Romelu. So whilst Liverpool duo in Chiesa and Nunez face an uncertain future about their time at Anfield, there could be an opportunity where they both leave to become starters elsewhere. So let us know in the chat how you think this one ends. Does Darwin Nunez end up in Saudi? Does he end up in Napoli? Let us know in the chat below, please. And also, finally, Hugo Ekitike. This is a player that I have been interested in for some time. Even the profile of him, 6'4", wiry, lanky, difficult to control. Scored a really good goal against Tottenham for Frankfurt in the Europa League. Didn't do much in the second leg. But the highly rated 22-year-old, according to the Metro, has been heavily linked with a move to the Premier League following a breakout season at Frankfurt. But Frankfurt have told Liverpool and Chelsea that they will not lower their asking price for the Frenchman. Now, it's going to be around about £84 million for this one. Frankfurt will not lower their asking price, but the Premier League clubs that are interested, Chelsea and Liverpool, are hoping that they do. But it was the sporting director, Marcos Crochet, insisting they do not have to sell him this summer. They said, listen, if the price isn't right, it will just stay with us. We don't have to sell Hugo. In terms of Ekitike, I've spoken to Thierry Henry about him a lot. Apparently, this is what Mika Richards has said with Thierry Henry on the Rest is Football podcast. He says he's not necessarily a frustrating player, but 1 minute he looks amazing, the next minute he doesn't do the basics very well. I mean, it's pretty much Darwin Nunez, is it not? But he said if he gets it right and improves, then his ceiling could be very, very high. It depends how they want to play when talking about Liverpool. Do they want a striker who can stretch, or do they want a striker who is going to come to feet and interlink play? Ekitike is not bad on the ball. He's more of a stretch striker than a Bobby Firmino who came deep and linked play. Obviously, I love Bobby Firmino. But then if you get him who comes deep, where does Florian Wirtz fit into that? Where does Dominic Szoboszlai fit into that? Where does Luis Diaz potentially fit into that as well? So if they get Wirtz, this is Mika Richards, by the way. If they get Wirtz, I think they may be looking for a player who can drop and Diaz can play a little bit deeper. He's played as a number 9 a lot this season, as Xabi Alonso has used him at Bayer Leverkusen. So Bradley Barcola, is that one realistic? I can't see it unless something drastic happens, like Luis Diaz gets sold for a big bucks or Diogo Jota. Then maybe you consider it, but I just can't see Bradley Barcola leaving PSG full stop. I think he's got to, for his own career, try and pressure PSG and get into that starting front three a little bit more. Darwin Nunez, we know he's going to leave Liverpool this season, but the couple of questions that I have for you is how much, be realistic as well, and who does he go to? Will it be Saudi or will he be an Italian striker next season, which actually I think would really suit him. I do think that Napoli would be a great fit for him. Going into a team that are the champions of the league in Serie A, is there an opportunity for him to squeeze out Romelu Lukaku out of the team? It's a slower pace of football out there. He can get out and get in between the lines, get behind the lines a little bit more easily than he can in the Premier League, as he's found the difficulty of doing that in the last 3 years. So let us know, where does Darwin Nunez end up? And Hugo Ekitike, is he on your list of strikers that you'd be looking to bring into Liverpool in the summer? We know for a fact that Liverpool are interested in Julian Alvarez. Ekitike is definitely in that list as well. João Pedro, big up to Tommy, big up to Joseph, right? One of the best train conductors, managers I've ever seen in my life on the Avanti West Coast this morning. He looked after me, give me a little bacon roll, and he was actually very keen to see João Pedro coming in, who does have that Premier League proven experience and is a goal getter, and is more of like a Bobby Firmino role, isn't he? Instead of like that out and out number 9, who still gets you 15 to 20 goals a season, you know, he can link the play as well. But then tactically, how do all of these players mesh and fit into this new era of Liverpool under Arne Slot? So let us know your thoughts on Bradley Barcola, Darwin Nunez and Hugo Ekitike, and as well as any other names that Liverpool have been linked with. Drop them in the chat right below and we'll get into them in the next video. So just a quick one. Just before we end this video, a massive shout out to our sponsors for this video. FanFest, right? If you sign up using our link here and start engaging in the content as you would anyway, right? You're getting rewarded for what you would do anyway in the platform, then it will allow you to push up in the leaderboard, the world rankings, and then you'll be in with a chance of winning that new Adidas Liverpool home shirt for 25-26. Like I said, it can't be easier. The link is in the description. Please do get involved and see if you can win that shirt, right? Smash that like button, get your comments in with all of the above that I've spoken about today, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.